Hi, my name is Laura Tohanas. I am a CPA and I have been in the tax and accounting industry for about 20 years. And I just wanted to jump in and create a series of videos regarding the new bill that is in the process right now. It's just not yet completed, it just passed the Senate. But I just wanted to see if we can work as a community, we can help each other with what we know and we can do. We have a better chance to overcome this crisis. And I have been obsessed in the last few days dissecting this bill, how it applies to businesses, how it applies to my clients, how it applies to individuals, to families. And I just wanted to create this video as an overview of what's going on. And I'm looking to see what questions do you have. So the series is going to be called Ask a CPA. Initially, I wanted to say a question a day, but I know you might have so many questions. What I can commit to is to answer a question every single day about what you have, what's going on with this bill right now to save the families and to save businesses in distress. And I'm going to go a little bit over a few items in here in a moment. And I want to share with you a little story. And I remember vividly, I grew up in Romania. If you don't know where that is, it's in Eastern Europe and borders Russia and former Yugoslavia. Now it's like multiple countries. But my dad had his own business for majority of his life. He was an entrepreneur, and he ended up getting some loans. And this, you'll understand why I tell you the story in just a moment. He had partners. He ended up having some loans, and in the end, not understanding what you're getting into, he had to pay back some things that he lost, a big chunk of money. He barely managed to save the house we lived in. He sold everything he could, all his cars. He sold everything that he acquired all his life. And this is, when you're, in your 40s going to 50s, you've accumulated so many things, and now you're losing it all just because you were not prepared for what you tried to do for your business. You were just trying to grow your business. Yet he didn't know exactly the steps. He didn't know how to overcome, how to go ahead and do it. Now, he ended up in such a bad shape health wise. He was hospitalized. He had pancreas problem, yet he was in like drugs and alcohol. He had issues. He was given 1 in a million chance to survive. I thank God to this day that he did survive, and he did learn a lesson. And I was really on this journey to help businesses. I'm on a journey to make sure that you're educated. If you're taking a road of getting loans from the SBA, which is available right now, that you know what to expect. You know how that's going to be paid back. You know the challenges that come with that. Be prepared. And that's going to be one of the most important elements of this whole bill right now. Know what to expect, know how that's going to play out in the next year or so for you, for your business. Again, I'm going to just tell you a little bit of what's included in the bill. And I know there's a lot of questions people ask, how do I know if this applies to me or not? I'll detail you a little bit of what is available, and I'll dissect each piece in the next few days. And we'll go, and depending on your response, how many things or what do you want to know, what you're interested in, either individually or on your business, we can go and discuss that later on. So a few things: the SBA loans that are offered. There's different types of SBA loans. There are loans that are offered that would be you don't have to pay them back, and that you get that right. That's true. You don't have to pay them back, though they're really tough. I mean, not tough, but they're really there's restrictions on it. What can you use the funds for? Then you have to prove what you use the funds for. And if you hear that, that's my baby. We're in the house, all the kids in the house. The other side is there's for business in distress. If you cannot pay your employees, if you cannot pay your regular expenses to stay in business, there's other types of loans for that as well. As a business, you have the payroll tax credits. There's help for your, for employees. Again, you can get up to $10,000 per employee. That's a huge deal. It's a big bill. On the other side, you have personal items and rebates that could be available to you, right? If you're an individual or if you're a family, you can get up to $2,400. You can get money for your kids, your dependents. If you need an extension, you definitely can apply for that. There's a line of items that could be in play and that you could take advantage of. Now, it's not all pink and rosies, and the reason why I say that is because you can't just go walk to a bank and just make sure you get it. People ask me, well, how do I know if I get it? How do I know if I'm going to get the rebate for individuals? Well, that's going to be implemented in the next few weeks, and I'll detail that in the next videos. So for individuals, we're still waiting a little bit to have the implementation done, to be passed by the House, to be signed by the Senate. And again, this is information that's available right now. Right now is what? It is Friday. It is 2:38 p.m. on Pacific time in California, March 27th. So in the next few days, we might have new developments on this bill. I'll come back with new updates. Any questions, please post comments below to make sure that we answer the questions that are relevant to you or you're interested in. As far as businesses, you really need a good review of what kind of loans apply to you and your business. And the reason why I say that is because there are various type of loans that are very specific. Do you need help with your rent? Do you need help with your mortgage? Do you need help with paying payroll? The bill is created to help your business stay alive. You want to maintain your cash, your positive cash flow. You want to make sure that the government is involved in this because they want to make sure you don't lay off people. You know, did you see the number? 3.2 million people apply for unemployment. That's a huge number. And if we work all together, we can keep this number lower. We can help the economy grow. If we stop buying things, if we stop doing it, if we stop working, it doesn't help anyone. The economy is going to go lower. So let's help each other with what we can to stay afloat, help the economy moving, help each other moving, and as a community, we can win. Again, if you are interested on the business level, since it is very specific to businesses, I can offer a free strategy call with me. You can go ahead, I'll walk you through the whole bill, what applies to you and your business. If your construction, might be something else. If you're a restaurant and you have out of 20 employees, just 2 employees on site, it's a different story. If you're a marketing agency, that's a completely different ball game. So let's talk about that on a one-on-one case, and I'll link an email below, or you can email me directly at support@mycpapro.com. We are a licensed CPA firm in the state of California. We could go ahead and help you with that on the business level. On the personal side, post your comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay home, stay safe. Talk to you soon.